Hello, everybody. This is Lori Robb. I am going to talk to you today about the career paper, the career research assignment that you have. First, let me share. I think I already am. I'm sharing my screen that has the career research essay resources from the library. This is linked in your assignment. You can also get there from this direct link at the top. You can Google it. You can go to the left side of Blackboard and click on academic support in the library. There's lots of different ways to get to where we are, but we are under the assignment tab and we're the fourth one down, career essay assignment. Okay. And everything I'm going to show you today are considered library resources. So I know a lot of students have concerns about what are library resources. You don't have to go searching for a whole bunch of books. You don't have to look for articles and things like that for this. Is everything that's on this page will be considered that. So what we have first is a sample career paper. It's an APA paper. It includes all the sections that your instructors asked you for. It has references. If I open this, it's probably going to take me 15 minutes to go through it with you, but I highly, highly, highly recommend that you open this Word document and use what's already here. Use the formatting. Use the title page. It's already set up for you. Use the section headings. They're already there. The only thing that's in this paper that you may not need is an abstract. I think that piece may be dropped for some of you. Maybe some of you still need to do the abstract for an APA 7 paper. It will be your second page after title page. It's there. If you need it, fine. If you don't, just delete it and don't worry about it. Just keep moving forward. But this paper has all the formatting for you. It has everything you need to make this paper happen as far as your APA 7 formatting. Okay. There's also more information. Either click here on the APA citation page, or if you need help with other citations, you can go here under citation help under cite and format. So either one of those places will take you to a place to get more help with APA 7. Alrighty. So having said that, let me move on to showing you the resources that will help you so much with this assignment. The first is the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And this opens up to a web page. So you can Google this. This is not a library database. However, for this assignment, it is considered a library resource, and it's very easy to use. All you do is type in your occupation. So I'm going to type in nurse. You can type in whatever yours is, obviously, and you're going to get a list. Now, if you put in something super specific, a certain type of nurse, a very, very specific type of nurse, you may not see it on the list. So I encourage you to stay fairly broad and pick something that matches you as close as you can on that list. And here you find all the tabs that have a lot of the information that will help you with your assignment. Now, this is only one resource. So even if you use information from 3 or 4 of these tabs, it's only still considered one resource. So you can't use this for all of your resources, just one. And here you have information about the pay, the education, how fast the field is growing. And it's growing 6%, which is faster than the average, which is 4%. And then when you click across the top, you can see more information about what they do, where they work. See, it goes on a little bit further. Notice too that there's a suggested citation, which is neither APA nor MLA, so do not use that suggested citation. I'll show you a better one that you can use. Don't use this one. You can see how to become one, the pay, the outlook. So there's all these things actually answer the questions in your assignment. So when you read your assignment, you'll see all the different sections and some suggested questions. A lot of the questions can be answered with this resource, but you can't just have one, but you can use this as much as you need to, okay? And also, whenever I look down here at the bottom, this this page was created or last updated on April 17th of 2024. I'm recording this video on April 22nd, so this was only 5 days ago. Most of the information in the Occupational Outlook will be very current. And that is really good because you don't want old information about your job. All right. So this is how you use the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Now, on the page that we started from the library, you also notice below the links to Occupational Outlook a sample reference. This is the reference that you should use. All right. This is the reference that's better, including an in-text citation. Because it's the U.S. Department of Labor, it looks like this, okay? And then we have the date, the title of the page that you use, whether it be registered nurses, engineer, librarians, teacher, whatever you've done, the title of your source, Occupational Outlook Handbook, and then the URL. And then your in-text citation would be U.S. Department of Labor. And I'll tell you a little trick about this too in a second. There's a trick because your second source is also a U.S. Department of Labor source, and it's called the ONET. Okay. The ONET is very, very similar to the Occupational Outlook Handbook. This is your library source number 2. What you need to do when you're compiling your information is to make sure if there's something, a number, some data that you need to in-text cite, that you go ahead and put some kind of place marker so you know where you got it from, whether it's the ONET, the Occupational Outlook, Ferguson's, or any of these other resources I'm going to show you. So make sure as you're getting all your information that you make a note that means something to you so you can go in and put your in-text citations in later. The ONET, library source number 2, is kind of a touchy-feely side of the Occupational Outlook. So here again, I'm going to key in my occupation. And I have a long list. Last time I did registered nurses, so I'm just going to do the same this time. Oops, got to click it. And it looks a little different on the page. It's a long straight down list. And we have task, work activities. So there's a little difference. This actually talks about qualities and traits and skills that you need for your job. Okay. Active listening will show up in so many of your jobs. It's pretty crazy. And then here you have, service orientation. So there's different things that you can use for different parts of your assignment. Sections 1 and 3 are most useful for the Occupational Outlook and the ONET, by the way. So we can just keep going down and looking, and this could also be information that you use for your reflection. So in your reflection part of your paper, which is one of the last sections, you're going to talk about things you learned, how you, if you have the right skills for the job, how you fit the job or whatever. So these are things that you could use for the reflection section as well. And then you'll have some links related occupations. These professional organizations were also in a tab on the Occupational Outlook. And again, this web page was updated on April 16th. And like I said, today is April 22nd. So this is very current as well. There's also other tabs that you can use. Again, if you use more than one tab, it's still just one resource. There's a little easy read that actually kicks me out to a different place, to my next move, which can be a separate resource for you. Now, if you use the details or custom tab, that would be still considered ONET. But if you get kicked out to a different website, then this could be a separate source for you. And you'll see a lot of the same information, and that's okay. It would be kind of weird if you saw different information for nurses, or one site may say you need certain skills and one site may say you have a different salary or whatever. So you really should see a lot of consistency. And that's why I say it's really important to keep up with your in-text citations as well. Okay. So this is another website for you. And my next move was the easy read from the ONet. That's how we got to there. We just clicked on easy read right there. Okay. All right. So Occupational Outlook, ONet, those are two library resources for this assignment. And they're actually not library databases. So you can just Google and get to them, their web pages. There are a couple of sites on this page that are library databases. So if you're at home, you'll be prompted to enter your Blackboard information or your last name, first initial, 5 digits, and then your password. So whenever I go to Films on Demand, we have a whole list of Q&A videos for career interviews. One section of your paper will be to find someone to interview. Hopefully you'll be able to find a person to interview, but if you cannot, then there are some choices from the career Q&A career videos that we have here. Okay, so you could use the search bar at the top, or you can just scroll and check and see what's available. Pilots, construction, makeup artists. So, there's all kinds of careers here, and you could still use the search bar if you needed to. And these would take the place of a face-to-face interview if you can't find one. Now, another thing you could do with those videos is if you could just use it as a separate source too. This could be one of your 6 sources for your paper. Okay. Another really good website that is considered a library source, but is not a library database, is the College Foundation of North Carolina. You may already be familiar with it if you're planning to transfer. And it's going to take its own sweet time opening, but we could type in our occupation. It already kind of defaulted to nurse. The top one's nurse practitioner, but I'm going to put in nurses again. Registered nurses. Like I said, you really should see a lot of the same information. It'd be kind of weird if you didn't. If it were all over the place, then you wouldn't know what was right. But you see the same thing, you'll know that, you're onto something. And this could also be a source for you. Okay. All right. So as you can see already, this page that's connected in your assignment has basically everything you need. You have your template at the top, and you have all your resources that are considered library resources. We also have this career one-stop. I'm going to show you Ferguson's here on the left column. And this is a library resource. So again, you'll be prompted to put your last name, first initial, 5 digits, and your password in if you're doing this from home. So when I click on Ferguson's, you'll see the NC Live, which means it is coming straight from the library. And you have another set of Q&A videos, which is good. And I will, once again, if we were in class together, I'd ask you what your occupation is, but oops, couldn't find it because I misspelled it. Let me do that again. All righty, here we go. So again, I will put in nurse, and I will find something close. We have all kinds here, don't we? I have 146 results for articles, and then also have videos. So for time's sake, I'll just put critical care nurse. And here we have a video at the top. We have an overview. You can see your table of contents where you can find different pieces to find, maybe answer some of the questions in your sections. This one doesn't tend to stay quite as up to date. So just be aware of any citations or copyrights on this. Here's your citation. This one does say 2024. That's really good. So here, this one is very up to date. And here's your URL. That's the MLA. You guys are APA. So let me click on APA. And I can already see that this isn't correct because the APA would never start with a date, which is why on this page, I gave you an example of how to cite it. Okay. So I've tried to help you as much as I can. I may go in and fill in some of the blanks, like I don't have a citation sample for College Foundation or Career One Stop, but I can go back and do that. So you may see that when you watch this video. This is Career One Stop. Again, you have the search bars. So all of these sources are really easy and they're all considered library sources. And it will be up to you to go through them and figure out where to plug in the information to match what each section of your paper is asking for. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you don't have any questions, but if you do, you are more than welcome to email me at laurie.robb, it's LAURIE.ROBB. My email is on the first page of the English 111 guide. So you can see the little schedule appointment, but you can just email me. That is really the easiest way to get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to email back. I'll be glad to Zoom with you or meet with you face to face. However, we can help you get your assignment finished and find all those resources is what I will do. So have a fabulous day and good luck on your paper.